Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to another fun time Phoebe stream. Yeah, today we're talking about Fabula Ultima. It's a tabletop game that I have been really excited to play. For anyone who doesn't know, I am going to be, what's it called? I'm going to be a part of two different actual play streams of Fabula Ultima, going to be on Saturdays and Sundays. But yes, hello, everybody. Hey, Ludessa. Hey, Brainy. Hey, Urban. Hey, Lily. Hey, Mommy Kate. Hey, Xenon. Hey, all of you guys. Yeah, I'm going to be playing two very different characters in these games. One's going to be a full-on wall of meat and metal tank. She got her arm torn off, but she just has a giant shield in her other arm that she protects her friends with. Whereas my other character is a fucked up, like, Monstar girl who's just like a normal goth girl type thing, but can morph her body parts into different monster things to go and do different cool monster stuff with, like turning her arm into a manticore, like tail to shoot out spikes, or just turn her hand into like a T-Rex head and just bonch somebody with it. Mutant gal, yes, she's gonna be a mutant. Fury, the Dark Blade. And then my other one, and my tanky lady is, of course, a guardian with the weapon master and Fury again. Fury in the guardian one is going to. I'll go over all that stuff, what that all means in a little bit. Don't worry. But I do want to go ahead and just say thank you to everybody who showed up today. I want to know, how was your guys' day? Today being a Friday, it's of course the busiest day for me personally. I work in the restaurant business, and so working like lunch rush to prepping for dinner rush while teaching a bunch of new people how like stuff works is a bit much, but hey, it was fun. I had a good time. You're playing a Mutant Fury Gourmet in your first few game. I can't wait for Gourmet and stuff to come out fully. I know that the it's pre-orderable in Italian, but I only speak American English, so I don't fully know. I can't read it, but one of my Fabula Ultimate players I'm playing with can actually speak Italian. So I was like, hey girl, hey, tell me how things work. I wonder if this is more Final Fantasy or Saga. Saga kicks ass. I don't know what Saga is. Physical copy of Techno Atlas. I don't have any physical copies of Fabula Ultima because I prefer hardcover stuff, and most of the stuff I keep seeing is of softcover, unfortunately. But I do have every PDF release, including all of the bonus stuff, like the Necromancer Ace of Cards and like the what's it called, the April Fool's one too. Well, Maple, sounds like you should go and tune in my streams more then, huh? Exhausting. And yeah, I work at restaurants once. Food prep was more exhausting than any job I had. It can be rough. And like, because we have a bunch of new people coming, because it's the end of the summer into fall and winter. End of summer is usually when all the kids, all the teenagers, and like early 20-ish people go and what's it called? Return to school, whether it's senior year of high school to like college, stuff like that. So they tend to all leave, and then we get like an influx of other people coming in and filling those spots and stuff like that. So like, I'm teaching all these new people how to do stuff. Like, here's how you like prep this stuff, here's how you make this stuff, here's how we do all this stuff like that. Don't burn yourself here, be careful of this, the edges are kind of sharp here, that type of shit. Saga is a role-playing series by Square Enix. It's a very much the vein of learning skills individually to build up a class. Yes, it is more Saga than, yeah. It's inspired by the storytelling and stuff like that of Final Fantasy. If you want something more reflects like full-on Final Fantasy mechanics type stuff, I would say look more towards Icon. It's a fantasy tabletop game made by the same people who made Lancer. So if you're familiar with that game, they play very similarly, except for Icon's on a square instead of a hex grid, and it's more fantasy themed and stuff like that. Nothing going on. Next session for my Praetor game. Don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. Last session, my players got a missing persons quest from a merchant, and the session ended in the first round. Ooh. I'm not a Gronkler. A smidge of FF5 meets Saga. Yes. Maybe a question, but the restaurant industry kind of chill with LGBTQ folks? For LGBTQ folks, I mean. In my experience, it depends. on who is in charge and who does stuff. Because like where I'm at, my restaurant I work at, very open. They don't really give a shit. They like they're nice and they're chill. My boss would kill a man for me if they were being shitty. It really depends on who is your general manager slash head chef slash owner of the restaurant type of stuff, depending where you work. Because like where my sister works, she's also the restaurant business where she works. She is like the most progressive person there, and like the owner of the store and the old head person who used to run the kitchen were like 40, 50-year-old white dudes who hated all things that were not white dudes. Like that type of person. Like, you're not saying all people are like that, but like that was the type of specific hatred they had. They were like super bigoted, super racist, all that type of stuff, sexist, stuff like that. So it really depends on who's in charge. Hey, Matt. I'm running my Greyhawk game tomorrow. Sutton, Arn, Blackmore, and the party will be traveling to Cold Marshes to Blackmore City to take it back. And toss my giant crocodile. Ooh, I like giant crocodile. I don't like Greyhawk. Raidor is a finished RPG about anti-hero treasure hunters. Oh, I like that already. Thank you so much for the follow, Jelly Donut. If I wasn't neck deep playtesting 2 games to start for a second, I'd probably be fun around Feb right now. It's really fun. I happen to be in a lot of. I'm in too many tabletop games, in my opinion. Which I still love all of them. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna lie. I love all of them. At the same time, I'm like, but it's really funny regardless. Because like I'm free on Mondays, free on Tuesdays. I have a streamed game every other Wednesday. On Thursdays, I have a Starfighter game that's gonna turn into a Pathfinder 2e game once War of Immortals comes out, and I can play an Exemplar. Fridays, I have this game on this week. Friday is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. Ow, rude. It's we'll be playing it at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so under 2 hours. Thank you so much for the why is that behind me? Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, Michael Chen. Let me put that up. Why is that in front of? Okay. That was weird. Godling. Maybe I'll go for godling stuff. I kind of interested in the what's it called? The with the mythic destinies they talked about. I think one of them. Thank you so much for the prime sub. Oh, we almost started a hype train. Also, I hope you guys like that little animation I've got going for it. I think it's really cute. What is it called? I forgot what I was saying. Thank you so much for the follow, Mr. Photon. I gotta make that one bigger. I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the godling stuff. For Mystic Destinies, they said like they showed off one of those like for like devils, I think, and like the horsemen. I think I want to go for the. I think they talked about one was gonna be like you were like King Arthur style. You're supposed to be like a king, like a destined monarch, or like a destined queen, or like emperor, something like that. And, like I want to do that one because Phoebe in lore has been running away from her responsibilities as a noblewoman. Because yes, I am. As a goblin, I still am a noblewoman. Thank you so much for the sub, Michael Chan. And so I think having one where I am literally like forced to be a noble woman would be really funny. I see like Wrath of Righteous, but that's exactly that. They're bringing back all the mythic stuff from Pathfinder First Edition into Second Edition in War of Immortals in October. Big fan of Fabula Ultima. So excited to see more people talking about it. I am too. It's a really, really fun game. Having a lot of fun with it. Hey, Lucky. Speaking of Lucky right here is the DM for my Sunday Fabula Ultima action play I'm going to be a part of. And I am doing great, Lucky. I hope you're able to get your computer stuff all fixed and right. Right, that was myself in existing system for session. You're fine. Usually 2 weeks earlier, so for subscribers. Yeah, I get it around 2 weeks or so for subscribers, hopefully. Oh, fancy this stuff. I mean, it can. They talked about it a little bit on their streams, talking about how it is going to be like you start off with like a mythic path from levels like 1 to 10, I think, 1 to 10 or 12, and then from like 10/12 to 20s, and you get like mythic destiny, so it expands to be more specific. So it starts out generic, I think, and it goes into more specific paths and stuff like that. With like you're gonna finally have like cool thing. It's like a perfect system for like Orc Princess character who wants to find a husband stronger than her, but gets cold feet when she meets anyone that fits the bill. That's cute, actually. I like that idea. Let's pop Mom, we getting gay here. What? I mean, we will eventually. Don't worry. I know how much you guys are about that stuff. I'm just mad because my stream elements and stuff I use for any alerts and stuff like that because I don't know how else to do it any other way because I'm bad at everything. It keeps linking to it, like I keep going to go by like dashboard to go and edit my alerts and stuff like that, but it keeps going to a blank white page, so I don't know how to fix that. I like when you mythic, it's just more generic instead of specific, like you become a W, become an angel, etc. That's fair. Look forward to a Vindicator. I think there's gonna be one that's gonna be like just you become a demigod question mark. Like I'd imagine because the exemplar class is in there. And the exemplar is just the demigod class. No question about Fabula Ultima. Is it turn-based JRPG like Final Fantasy or more like Fire Emblem? It uses popcorn initiative, so I'm gonna say more like Fire Emblem. You go back, it's turn-based-ish. It's you go back and forth. You choose which one of your friends you want to go on your turns. So you all have collective initiative. You all just go first, and the enemy goes. They select one enemy, you select one friend, and then they go, and then it goes back to your friend, then it goes to an enemy, and then once every single person on each side goes, it goes back to round 2, and then stuff like that. So it's turn-based, but like you could choose who does what on what turn, so that kind of. Someone question about I'm actually looking forward to the Vindicator, using the Ranger as a chassis to build a divine type of class. Very cool, and kind of what I'm looking for. I think it'd be cool. I just hope like they get more than just Hunter's Mark, because Hunter's Mark by itself, or like Hunt Prey, excuse me, it's kind of boring. It doesn't really do much. Yeah, well, they said friend to foe to friend to foe to friend to foe. There's an alternate initiative system, but it does use a die random to go first rather than choosing. It's usually easier to share turns back and forth. Yeah. Is movement and space relevant? No. Movement and space is not relevant. It is like a JRPG style where it depends on like, yeah, fuck it. We can be within range. Who cares? The only thing that involves that space and movement that really matters is like if someone's flying, you can't hit it with a melee attack. That's basically the only limitation. It's assumed that you can get to punch whoever you want to, just in general. Just fuck it, like old school Final Fantasy style. You're just gonna run up and stuff like that. Yeah, sorry, I didn't understand it at first. Yeah, the only issue is like, yeah, you have to shoot like flying enemies with like ranged weapons, guns, bows, magic. You can't punch them, stuff like that. Yeah, no, we're using the the Fabula Ultima stuff for the Foundry game. It's really fun. Oh yeah, no, we're doing something similar where it's like enemies are on the left, we are on the right. Final Fantasy 1 through 5, I think. 1 through 3. I don't remember. Like stuff like that. Hey, Trap, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. I actually fucking finally bought a gallon water bottle so I don't have to go and fucking fill my water bottle up every 20 minutes when I stream. Thank you for the headpad. I used to be like that as base up JRPG, just sets apart so well. What about your Rogue Energy? Listen, that shit's only 16 ounces, but I can't have a lot of caffeine, so it's fine. Yes, exactly. My mutant character can just fucking shoot shit with her, what do they call her, range stuff. That is, in fact, a legendary gamer Trapagon. Best friend, best friend, best friend, best friend. So speaking of Rogue Energy stuff, actually, it's instead of 20% off if you use code GABO or click on my link, it's 30% off. For this week only, I believe. And also, the September thing is still currently at the little tail end of it. For every, like, I think it's 3 gift subs you give, Twitch will give, like, 1 more or something like that, and they exponentially can grow depending on, like, how many gift subs you give. So if you, are interested in, like, supporting my channel and stuff like that, and you want to gift some subs here or there to not only start, like, a hype train, do all this stuff, fun emotes that we get from subscribing in general, Twitch will also be ponying up some of their own cash to go and give me some dollar, which is always helpful and nice. Whatever's going on at Cosmo listed at No End in Grief. Yeah, no, I love Melly. I love what she does. Does to herself. And yes, I did. Yes, I am, in fact, the Phoebe Bane who bought her 6 butt plugs. It's in joke, you know, it's fun. Six? Yeah, 6. Every single one of the love ends. God, what type of brand? I don't remember the name of it, but it's like the ones that are like remote controlled and vibrate. Like each different size of that, and there's one that has LEDs at the end of it. No, ones. Hey, no, that's a little bit much. Thank you so much, Trapagon, for the gifted subs. Fabula, I'm looking forward to the bestiary, the enhanced enemy rules. I am also excited for that. That music sounds great. It's like, what's it called? It's his royalty-free music by Perry Tune. Very much going Dark Queen. Bye Forever Trap. Thank you so much for stopping by. And thank you for the gifted subs, Al. And thank you for the 100 bits, Tina. Get gay hype trained idiot. Thank you so much, Dina. Starting off our fucking hype train. And a little bit towards our bit goal we have going on as well. I just got a fucking message on my Twitter. I'm gonna start fighting someone. I just got a fucking message on my Twitter. And that, like, it is an advertisement for somebody's, like, YouTube thing to help people grow as a streamer. Thank you for the boss check and the head pat. Like, well, who the fuck does that? Hey, yo, what's up? I'm sorry I randomly reached out. I noticed that you're streaming. Wanted to make sure you've heard of this person. They have multiple free videos on their YouTube channel designed to learn how to grow the streaming. What? I think I know how to grow the streaming my own. Thank you. Rude. Who does that? Because I'm live on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter right now. And that is so annoying. Like those assholes who spam 50 people in comments going, check these awesome people, and they're like 4 followers. And it's just, it's gross. How exactly you real plan streamer? Like, it's just, I don't want to like diss them or anything like that, you know? I get that bag, gamer, but at the same time, don't, why? That's rude. Like, imagine the audacity. Oh, it's driving me crazy right now. Blue Sky is currently suffering a massive invasion of our commission bots. I'd imagine everyone is. Say people say, what's up, guys? I already do that, I think. No, do I say that? I don't know if I say that. I call everyone guys, obviously. I don't remember exactly how I like phrase myself. How do I see my shit that's live on Twitter? I've never figured out how to see my own live. I don't have to imagine Audacity. I already downloaded it. Tina, no bad puns. But yeah, no, there's art bots everywhere. No one will ever be safe. Everyone man because it was a school founded by hippies. That's kind of hilarious. The true gender neutral pronoun is y'all. I say guys, dudes, you people, you guys. It's usually mostly you guys. A lot of Brazilian adult entertainment bot accounts. I mean, that's also fair. A lot of Brazilians kind of moved over there ever since they got super turbo banned off of what's it called? Brazil, Twitter. So yeah, what's poppin', slut? I like that a lot more actually. How the fuck do I see my own streams on Twitter? I'll figure it out later. Yeah, no, we're gonna be talking Fabula Ultima. I should go and probably pull it up actually now that I think about it. Mind you, I also found a whole bunch of actual Brazilians who enjoy playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, so hey, you want something with some? Yeah, no. The entire world is full of bots right now. It kind of sucks. Can't go anywhere without seeing like like I'll look at like Nonat when he fucking when he posts any video ever. And like I'll look at immediately because I get a notification from it because I'm in his Discord, and it'll be like full of like 3 porn bots that are like, "Hey, sex," and it's like, no, thank you. I just want to watch Pathfinder. It's just annoying. If he was a bot all along, no, I'm not a bot. Although to be fair, the amount of what's it called? The amount of like people who think the amount of people who think that like VTubers are just like AI or something like that is super weird. Like you'd think by now, after VTubing being huge for like the past like 5 years, that like there's a person behind it, right? Like you have to know. But we'll move on to the actual Fabula Ultima stuff right now. Here's my thing. There it is. I'll be right back. Hi. All right, we're over here now. And as you can see, I pulled up the little PDF I have of Fabula Ultima. Like there's a person behind Kermit? No way, dude. Kermit is not real. Kermit is a, what's it called? Kermit is a psyop by the government to go and make me invest in puppets. You already got me with fucking clown girls, government. I'm not gonna go fuck with puppets anymore. I might fuck with puppets. But as you can see, you can probably tell just by looking at the cover of it, that this thing is very much based on like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. I'm just gonna zoom out of the cover real quick. Look at this motherfucker. You've got all like the art style in this book, like alone. If not puppets, what about dolls? Dolls scare me. Well, I mean, they don't scare me anymore. But when I was a kid, I was terrified of. All right, so a funny story about puppets that I think about it, puppets and dolls and things I was scared of. Apparently, I don't remember any of this because like I was like a toddler at this point. But according to my parents and like everything like that, when I was but a wee toddler, you know those 2 old gay men in the Muppets that go and heckle everybody at the top in that fucking little viewing thingy at top? Apparently, I was fucking mortified by those 2 old men to the point where they'd pop up on the Muppets. And I would run out of the room screaming and crying because they terrified me so much. I don't know why. I have no explanation because I don't remember it at all. But my parents always tell me about it. Yeah, Waldorf and Scrungler. Gestaltler, there it is. They just they fucked me up. I don't know their fucking names, dude. They were so fucking everybody. They just come up and be like, ho, ho, ho. And I'd be like, ah! Ah! Apparently. Like, I was terrified of those old ass men. But back to Fabula Ultima, as you can see by the art here, you can tell. Not only does it say TTJRPG at the top, but like you can see the art. This is Final Fantasy out the ass immediately. So if you're a fan of Fabula Ultima, I mean, if you're a fan of fucking Final Fantasy, excuse me, you're definitely gonna love this shit. I'm just gonna show you a bunch of the art real quick. I'll go into the actual rules and stuff like that. But like, I love judging a book by its art and its cover. And like, what the fuck, bro? Final Fantasy. Fear of crabs. Hell yeah. Of course, also airships, yes, of course. You always need an airship. Every single game needs an airship. I need to crash into rocks as soon as I get it. There are airships in Pathfinder. My one friend, my Thursday campaign, owns an airship. I love good tabletop art. Here's the press start section. Actually have names. Oh, really? I never looked through that little adventure. Crash the airship. I need to. After you get it, you gotta crash it. I can hear these images. They're not only is there like peak ones, there's also for explaining things. They have little chibi arts too. I love them. Airships in the Pathfinder are super rare though, so you can't get one. There's mainly a certain country that feels it. That's because well, I don't care because I've never played in Galarian. It's always been homebrew. Please don't look through. That's the base of the first session. Okay, Lucky, I won't. Look at everything. So pretty. I love it. Look at this. This is peak adventuring. This art is stupidly good. Look how I love it. Also, my favorite thing. I got to get to the like. I love this. Ow! Rude. Don't hit me. Look at it. It's so pretty. Look at the equipment, actually. The equipment is one of my favorite things. Because the equipment, as you can probably see, the equipment is pixel art. Thank you so much for the headband. Like you can see right here with the armors, it's pixel art. All the gear is pixel art. And I fucking love it. Yeah, the shields. Ow! Rude. Low damage at least. Rude. Stop it. I'm trying to concentrate. Look, I like. This is like as somebody who has a love for all aesthetics. The fact that this book has like pretty awesome, amazing fantasy art, cute little chibi art when explaining small other things, and then fucking little pixel art for all the equipment to go really to show you the JRPG vibes. It's just so cool. I love it. All of this is so pretty and fun. And they have high detailed like art renders of the weapons too, in case the little fucking what's it called, the little pixel doesn't do it for you. It's just really cute and fun. Back to the top though. This book was made with love. Like out of like this thing is like I love Final Fantasy and stuff like that. How do I fuck with this? Ow! Jesus Christ! Think of that. I got a 5-minute ad. I'm sorry. As the old Nintendo Power Magazine guys that actually had the art from the games come out, the picture of the items, so they look like like everything about this is just amazing and pretty. Like this entire section right here, I love it the most because the author's forward. It just details how they went about doing stuff, everything like that. I love it so much. It was a passion project, and it is a passion project that got a bajillion awards because of how much love was put into it. What is this? This is Fabula Ultima, a tabletop Japanese role-playing game. Never talked to Emma, but like my GM for Saturday games is friends with them apparently, or talks to them a lot at least. Oh god, I love this so much. We talk about everything though. The book starts out like really cute. For a second, look at this. I love the fucking chibi arts. I'm sorry. I'm gonna gush about the art every time I see it. But it goes over like, hey, it does the basic everything that every role-playing game does at the start. You have to be like, hey, what the fuck is a role-playing game? And you're like, you roll dice, you fight evil, have a good time. Every game has to do this because RPGs are still a very new hobby for a lot of people. So you gotta be like, hey, what do you do? Cool, one person's a GM, everyone else is a player, all that type of stuff, basic shit. I purchased Kingmaker and installed it by Foundry server. I also commissioned some surprise art for my characters so that you don't have to be here over at screenshots. In a few weeks, we'll be starting it. Fuck yeah! I hope you have a good time. Be warned, though, Kingmaker can be kind of weird at some points, especially the kingdom management was not fully play tested. Just if you ever come across anything that's kind of like oofy for you, there's definitely a bunch of people online who's talked about it beforehand, so don't worry. Bye, Kabuki. Not Lucky. Lucky's the Sunday one. Paige is the Saturday game one. There's gonna be a zombie, gonna be interesting to figure out how to navigate that. Dying. They will die. My current game, I sent my friends through a dungeon where Smelly Hobie took control of every rat of the forest, became a physical god of rats. Video goes on in my mind. I'm excited to show the rest fabulous mechanics. Hell yeah. But yeah, no. Fabula Ultima narratively is a very rules light type system. Combat has some crunch to it, but it's very rules light, very like fun, very open, which is what I love about it. I'll be going over the character creation rules. Today's gonna be probably a shorter stream because I had to end it at like 8 o'clock to go and play Pathfinder on stream with my friends. But tomorrow, Saturday, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, again, I will be going more in depth about Fabula Ultima and going over all the stuff, maybe some character building, things like that, explaining more in depth of the mechanics. But we're just gonna go over a basic overview to get you guys hyped for that because I fucking love this game. But yeah, they talk about it specifically right here. Hey, who gives a shit about realism and verisimilitude? Get crazy, get weird. That suplex that fucking train. Yeah, the game runs really smoothly in practice. And it leaves a lot for roleplay, yes. Especially with Fabula points and Ultima points. Fabula points are, think about, I won't want to say like inspiration / hero points. It's kind of similar in that regard, but they function completely differently. They're the points that the players have and they can spend to just alter the narrative. You can be like, hey, GM, here's a Fabula point. I know that guy. That guy's Dave. We went to school together and he's going to help us out. Conversely, the GM has Ultima points where they can just be like, here's my Ultima point. Actually, go kill go fuck yourself. It's not a peak RPG unless I can tuck my way out of a boss because I want to smash them in a different sense. Suplex the train, die from bad fish, and kill the clown god. Yes, it's Fabula Ultima as a core is a very heroic fantasy style. Like you do cool heroic things. You fight evil ancient bad guys. Oh god, this fucking gallon water bottle is heavy as shit. Oh Christ. Ah, heavy. Ow. Ugh. Fuck. I didn't account for how heavy it was gonna be. I almost dropped it on myself. Maybe I'll point. That's Dave. We went to school together. He's gonna help us. Also, play Dave hated you in high school. It's gonna stab me. But there is a lot of really fun stuff. They're talking about here the 8 pillars. We're gonna go over what those are right now. The 8 pillars are core to the entirety of Fabula Ultima. Yeah, listen, water's heavy. I always forget how heavy water is until I pick it up and I'm like, ugh! Yeah, the 8 pillars. The ancient ruins and harsh lands, a world in peril, clashing communities, everything has a soul, magic and technology, here's many sizes and shapes, it's all the heroes, and mystery, discovery, and growth. I will say off the bat, Fabula Ultima was a system agnostic, like not system, a setting agnostic system. It has stuff for high fantasy, low fantasy, techno fantasy. As long as it has some form of fantasy, it is a thing you can do in this game. Natural fantasy is coming up. But yeah, no. They have a lot of sections, and a big part of this game is that world building is a collective act. You and all of your friends are supposed to get together and create this entire world together. You like this goes here, this goes here. I want to be from here. Here's a country that I'm from in this section right here. I think it's really cool. Here's the details of that thing. It is a very collaborative system when it comes to the world building as a whole, which is also where the Fabula points come in because you alter the narrative. Be like, actually, this is the thing. Like everything from kingdoms, deities, cultures, you all create it together as friends do before you ever start the game. That's your session 0. It starts with you building the world and ends with you building characters within that world that you built together. And as somebody who is a big love for world building, and so is all my friends, this is like an amazing and fun part for us. Just being able to be like, hey, let's design a map together. You want to design a continent? Fuck yeah, I'll design a continent. I want to make a city here. Let's do this here. I want a forest here, and this is what the lore of this forest is. And you're like, hell yeah, let's go. We have a gloomy but fuckable necromancer, a runaway prince summoner, a mouse healer, an amnesiac mercenary, and a one-armed former bandit. I don't know what to call my setting, but I love it already. I'm a one-armed bandit. Asterisk. I'm like a slot machine. You pull the arm and I'll cry. We have the pillars, ancient ruins, and harsh lands. The world is an ancient and dangerous place. Cities and villages are separated by vast plains, scorching deserts, frozen peaks, and impetuous forces. If you ever played a Final Fantasy game, it's literally like, yeah, there's civilization here, but it's split up in between large vasts of big open areas to explore, things to do. Keep the game interesting, the world vast and awesome. Yeah, exactly. And it's very easy to like have the same magic tech type shit from like Final Fantasy, like 5 and then 7 is like more techno oriented, and I love that shit. It really just mix and mash stuff, and I love it. Like you could have some guy riding around in a mech next to somebody who's casting spells. I love that personally. And it is dotted with crumbling fortresses and shrines full of deities whose names have been lost to time. Past civilizations and ages of darkness have left behind a world of powerful artifacts and cryptic legends, as well as magical and often dangerous places. Think of it, a big part is just exploration and like combat is a thing that exists. Exploration and roleplay is very heavy in the system. I love it. I think it's something you want to fuck. That is the entirety of my friend Litro's character in our Fabula game. Thank you so much, Veneris Lumpo, for the raid! How were you today? We are playing. We're not playing anything. We're talking about Fabula Ultima, a really fun time tabletop game. Hey, Jim, I want to add a nest of carnivores, particularly adorable gerbos near the desert ruins. Penguin Raid! I know Leech someone was a fucking per se. I mean, they're half naked, and I'd fuck them. The fellas in game I'm DMing are chefs, one being a professional, the other being half-elf Senji. Being more chefs in RPGs, that's where the Athelia game kicks ass. I love that there's in the next, the natural fantasy book, there is a gourmand class. Or is it gourmet? I think it's gourmet class and a merchant class. So you can make chefy, foodie stuffs for your homies, or like just be up like making goods and stuff like that. Like a merchant, I love shit like that. You're that bad. I thought that what if someone ran a road trip campaign like Final Fantasy 15? Ooh, I wasn't sure if there was like it was gourmet or gourmand because there's like 2 different words. Make Pepito from Pizza Tower. I could actually. Yeah, a big part of Fabula Ultima is there will be over-the-top fantastical villains. For every awesome Final Fantasy game, there's always like a Sephiroth if you're into overrated stuff, or anything like that. And so the fact that the rules don't punish you for playing an edgelord uses darkness to blade weapons, so of course, crazy stuff. It's a viable class skill set. It is. This does not shy away from character creation. Is fucking crazy. I'll get to that. Don't worry. But like, it's so much fun, and I love it the most. I took Gourmet because my character ate to hide you flesh to survive. Should effect to make them mutant. Hi on that stream. Hey mistress, we're talking about Fabula Ultima, an awesome tabletop game. Why is my thing not zoomed in? I forgot to zoom back in. Boop-a-doop. There we go. Ow, I hit my mic stand. Ooh. I get the character creation you Uber Goblin. I know there's gonna be like cringe ass evil villains you get to laugh at, make fun of, and cry because of the horrible things they've done. Everything like that. Like this game is very much a like final. If you ever played Final Fantasy, this game takes a lot of inspiration from it. Magic and technology. You could do high magic, high tech, low magic, high tech, high magic, low tech, no tech, no magic. I mean, no tech, no magic is gonna be hard, but you can do it. Bye, Urban. You damn me something? Oh, that's scary, but also fun and exciting. Also, a big thing I like here, heroes of many sizes and shapes. Your protagonists are full-fledged heroes, extraordinary individuals that possess unique abilities and whose actions will shape the fate of the world. While some may not be noble paladins or virtuous paragons of justice, even the thieves and dark knights among them have a fundamentally good nature and can be trusted to do the right thing when the situation gets desperate. And with the video game genre Fabula Ultima draws inspiration from, our heroes do not follow any rule of realism. Be they children with incredible magical powers, or elderly warriors able to single-handedly challenge an entire army, all that matters is the strength of spirit. This game does not have races. This game does not have age, stuff like that. It is entirely, you can decide what the hell you look like, what your physicality is. All that matters is your class stuff, which we'll get to in a bit. How are unarmed characters in this game? They used to be not great. And then the mutant came out, and the mutant slaps so fucking hard. The mutant is the best unarmed thing ever. It is entirely built around being an unarmed fucking monster. Maybe as tall as a mountain. Calm down, maybe, you fucking bitch. I know what you're trying to do. I can self-reset my spell penguin self would be the ultimate badass. Exactly! Like, it doesn't, there's no races, there's no ancestors, there's nothing like that. It is just, you can be whatever the fuck you want. You can be a child, you can all be a group of onion knights, like onion knight children going into a cave, who like, you can make a game based around that entirely. God, now I want to make a campaign based on Fugo, where the party's a bunch of little kids piloting a giant tank, each one focusing on a different part of the tank with grenades and machine guns. Front characters, empty hands, quirk from high fantasy helps, and mutant class makes it so much better. Yes, the mutant class fucking slaps. The mutant class has one skill in particular, which just makes your unarmed fucking amazing. For classic of unarmed is also an empty hands quirk. Yes. Fury is okay. Mutant slaps amazingly. Open hand thing is awesome. I mean, empty hand, excuse me. Maybe someone uses these small children's nunchucks. Yeah, we have to find a DM who wants to deal with that type of shit. You can straight up be a dog. Just be a dog with a sword in your mouth. The game does not care what the fuck you are. Just that you're a hero. Kelly, download this PDF right now. But yeah, no, the game is also the game is just all about you as a person. Like as like a hero, so like this game is directly tied to you as protagonist, you as like the heroes, everything like that. I think I didn't notice you on because I was watching Melissa get wrecked in Among Us. That's base, that's fair. It's a gun that uses a Kai as a gun that shoots teeth. And another big part about Fabula Ultima is growth, character growth. I would say right now, you start at level 5. The max level is 50. So like, your characters grow a lot. Not only in class stuff, like you get like quirks, like cool big ass skills later on. Like there's a whole lot of stuff to make your actual character grow with you. Max level is 50? That's nuts. Yes, max level is 50. You start level 5. You'll see why when I get to the actual. Hey, Sachiko. Like you'll see why and how the class structure works and how it functions. It is very customizable. There's a lot of options and stuff you can choose from. But again, this part of the section of this book just goes over like, here's all the stuff you could do for like high fantasy or natural fantasy or techno fantasy and all that stuff like that. These are all books also, by the way. They have atlases for each individual like setting, so that give you different class. They give you even more classes, even more skills, equipment, quirks, all that stuff like that. How does this compare to Ryutama? I don't play them either, but I did look over this book. Ryutama is what inspired the dice system of this game, actually. How about morally gray non-villains? As long as you do the right thing at the end of the day, that's what matters. You could be a Magus from Chrono Trigger. Yeah, he's an asshole cunt villain who did awful stuff, but at the end of the day, he teamed up with Chrono and the rest to go and stop the evil giant buggo alien creature. And yes, we took over. There's Fabula points. Usually they're represented by tokens, but we play online, so we have a little ticky number. Also, folks who are making content for Fabula Ultima, powered by Fabula Ultima now. Really? I didn't know about that. And this game does not use D4s because they're boring. But yes, the dice system is based off of Rutama, if you ever played that game before. It's also a I'm not gonna say dice pool system, but you use multiple dice for all your checks. So like, if you're trying to like roll an attack roll, it'll be like insert stat here is dice, insert stat here is dice, add them together. That's your accuracy roll. D12s are so pretty. I love the design of, like, I'm a D10 ho myself. D8s are neat. D20s are okay. They're crunchy. D12s are pretty. I think it's more interesting than just roll D20 systems so kicks ass. This is just telling you, like, choose an archetype for your group. Like, stuff like, the archetype is just like, hey, what type of shit do you want to do? Guardians, revolutionaries, brought together by fate. Here is very interesting. How the game chooses, like, session 0 and stuff like that. You guys, as a party, start at level 5. Like, the first ever session, you start at level 5. And at level 5, you guys have already adventured a little bit together. You guys already start out having gone on an adventure beforehand, which is called a prologue. Prologues are interesting. Prologues are no real dice rolling, stuff like that, just like theater of the mind, storytelling stuff on how you guys all got together and what you guys did to, as like a group, to earn those first 5 levels. So there's no like, all right, everybody starts at a tavern at level 1 and you guys try to figure out how you guys got together and stuff like that. No, none of that. You guys have already done stuff. How? Let's go over it. And that's called the prologue. That's your session 0. Is we got together, we did this. And if you guys have a hard time figuring out what you want to do, there are questions you can do, brought on by different prompts, of different themings, brought together by fate, guardians, heroes of the resistance, revolutionaries, seekers, and stuff like that. And these are really fun prompt questions to talk about and be like, hey guys, let's say we're brought together by fate. The generic, like, Final Fantasy stuff like that. Like, hey, we'll have a crystal and we gotta go and make these crystals all bright again and stuff like that. Cool. And like, these are some of the ones. These are some of my favorite ones. Where is it? Like, they all give you like, here's a little bit of prompt and here's some questions to answer together as friends. Let's kill I'm here to kill chaos. Like, they have all the type of generic stuff like you're all traveling aboard the same vessel or transport or as part of the same caravan, and suddenly you're attacked. Why are you guys traveling as part of this group? Who or what is attacking you and what do they seek? Like, that type of stuff. And they get really like some of them are generic like that and some of them are really cool. Like, my favorite ones, I always love games that start off in a prison or in a dungeon cell and you have to get out of there. Like, you're confined within a prison or dungeon, you will be executed tomorrow. Why were you imprisoned? Are you innocent or guilty? Can you escape on your own or will you need someone's help? And that's how you guys go to get together. That's how you talk and everything like that. Here's what we did to escape. Exactly. Like, they're like a lot of Final Fantasy ass stuff. Number 5 is my favorite. Some of you are here to steal someone or something precious. The rest were hired to protect that very same treasure. Now, there's something weird going on. Who hired you? who or what is the treasure and what's this all a setup? That one is so fucking awesome and flavorful and fun. Just think about like, hey, we had to protect this thingy, we had to steal this thingy, and you guys get together and you're like, wait a minute, we shouldn't be fighting each other. Some fucky shit's coming together. It's stuff like that. Guardians is interesting. Guardians is based on you guys aren't the chosen one. You guys are protecting the chosen one. You are the supporting cast of this campaign. You're not the guy from Spy Kids 3D. You're just everyone else. Like, during a ceremony before your departure, a dark force suddenly reveals itself. The life of the chosen one is in danger. What is this dark power? Why was the chosen one left unprotected, and did somebody betray you? It actually suggests that one of the players be the chosen one, the rest of the Guardians. Really? I never picked up on that one. I do like the thought of them being. I like the thought of them not being the chosen one way more, because I don't like the thought of someone being a chosen one in my party. I don't think a lot of people can handle the responsibilities of being Frodo, when a lot of them are destined to be Aragorn, or at the very least Boromir. And then here's the Resistance. You are attending a speech of notorious official, lots of stuff. Revolutionaries, you are wrestling a revolution, stuff like that. Seekers is neat. Seekers is like for less of a combat focused game and more of like a, hey, we're exploring, which I love exploration and stuff like that. You've reached the edge of an ancient forest, home to dangerous creatures. Scary as it may be, you don't have the luxury of time. What treasure can be found at the heart of the forest? Or what is rumored to guard it, and why are you in such a hurry to retrieve it? Like, that's like the entirety of Prologue, is you getting together as your friends. You've already made the world together as a group. You've already made your characters and your party together as a group. Now, how did you guys get together in the first place? What did you do? And what made you into, like, why are you this specific class setup? Yeah, Seekers is literally find the MacGuffin and stuff like that. I gotta get my Grimstone Love and Light. I remember a party where someone was the chosen one, and they were somehow the least important member of the party because everyone else was like King, Super Warriors, and Finger of God. It was so funny, I feel bad for them. If there's a Seekers, they're looking for a way to obtain a legendary sword from the belly of the sky in order to stop a growing infinite storm. See, that's like, that shit's awesome. Does this game have supplements? Like, is there more prologue center? There's not a lot of like, there's no like extra prologue stuff like that, but there is supplements for like specific like types of fantasy. I think I said it a little earlier, but like, there's a book detailing a lot of high fantasy stuff, and has classes specifically for high fantasy, new quirks and skills and equipment for high fantasy. And there's one for techno fantasy stuff. That's where the mutant class comes from. Mutant, Pilot, and Esper are in that techno fantasy. And the natural fantasy one is the one coming out soonish. It's in pre-order for the Italian version right now. It's going to be translated probably earlier next year for the English version. Ow! Thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I found you set up with different pixel art fields. And mod just set up kind of emulate the Final Fantasy battles of old. Love this game. Yeah, that's what my both the game actual plays are going to be a part of are having, and I love that type of stuff. They do they? Oh yeah, they do have like prologue-ish type stuff. It's not exactly like prologues, but it's like stuff to think about. Just one, is it similar to how many fantasy anime there is someone having a hero class, seen from warrior, knight, and the rest? No, it's more so like flavor wise. Like, I'm the chosen one. Me. I'm the video game boy. I'm the one who wins. That type of jazz. Does this do something similar to prologues in one section? Yeah. But like XP and levels is neat. Because like I said before, you start at level 5. You already start off a little bit into the game. And the max level is 50. Which seems like a lot, but trust me, it's not a lot. It can be a lot, but it's not like as much as you think. Yeah, as per usual, most tabletop games, in order to level up and grow in power, you gotta get XP. And automatically, your character receives 5 XP at the end of every session. And then, like we talked about earlier, Fabula points and Ultima points, the amount of XP equal to the amount of Ultima points spent by the villains. So if the villains spent a lot of them and didn't pull any of their punches, you get level up even easier. How fast XP grow up in this game depends on you and your party and your DM. Like I said, automatically at the end of every session, you get 5 XP. So no matter what you did this game, you'll get closer to leveling up. The amount of XP equal to the Ultima points. So the amount of times your villains were like extra hard on you and beat the shit out of you, you get extra XP from that. And you gain an amount of XP equal to the amount of Fabula points spent by your entire group divided by the number of player characters. So if you spent 20 of them in one session, you had 4 players, that's 5 XP for everybody. Imagine a Guardian quest, but the one is actually the final boss. There's a plot twist. That's some fucking... That's some Pokemon Ranger first game type shit. The first quest is to escort the old man who's ended up the actual bad guy. Ooh. And then there are other optional rules that go and increase or decrease how much XP and stuff you grab. Multiple points, and the relation to XP reminds me of Deadlands Classics, the really cool system too. I never played Deadlands. People keep telling me to look at it. But you do level up when you reach level 10. So at the end of a session, if you mash all your shit together and you have over 10, you must spend 10 of those to level your character up by 1. But you do hold any over. So if somehow you spent like 23 Fabula points and ultimate points together, and you got like 23 experience points through your one session somehow, you level up twice. And then just have the extra 3 left over. But you can only level up once per session. That's the thing. And when you level up, you get to, as you know... Oh, wow, I never thought XP points could be so simple. Exactly. It's just that easy. Get XP, you spend 10 of it. There you go. So no matter what, if you at least do 2 sessions, you're going to level up no matter what. Are my bag XP numbers? No, fuck that. I can't do math, E-Rock. You expect me to go and try to calculate my XP from a fucking D&D 5e, CR13 monster? No. That's hard. I have small brain. I'm small size, damn it. I have bad brain. Imagine looking your players in the eyes and be like, you've earned 16,235 XP, and them to be like, what? Yeah, we'll choose 7,000 times. I don't want to do it that many times, bro. Doing it twice is enough for me, bro. Gross. Also, E-Rock, another reason why I don't like big numbers that way is the same reason why I don't like later Final Fantasy games in terms of attacking, stuff like that. When I'm seeing nothing but giant-ass numbers that are overly inflated for the sake of having bigger numbers, it turns my brain off. Like in Final Fantasy 1, if you ever play that game, you start off with 1 attack, and you can hit like 3 damage. You're like, ooh, ooh. And then as you level up, you're like, oh, my fighter. He's like level 5. He attacks twice for like 10 damage each. Let's fucking go. And you play like Final Fantasy 10, you start off and it's like 396 damage. And I'm like, I feel nothing. I feel nothing. But the big number means big damage means more fun, right? No, not to me at least. Not in like terms of that type of stuff where I have to track it as well. Because like, seeing that high of a number literally means nothing to me. If everything else has like, if you do like millions of damage, yeah, cool, that boss has billions of health. I feel nothing. I feel like I have gotten nowhere. Like, it feels like the numbers are big with 0 point to being big. That's why I like Pathfinder 2E's version of leveling up and also Fabula Ultima leveling up. The numbers stay small. Like, you need 1,000 XP level in Pathfinder 2E. No matter what, you need 1,000, you level up. You also need 10 to level up. How much XP do you need to level up from 15 to 16 in D&D 5e? I'm looking it up right now. 15 to 16, you need 195,000 XP. Like, listen to the number increments in D&D 5e's level up. 0 at level 1, cool, yeah. 300, level 2, cool. 900, level 3, okay. 2,700, level 4. All right, we're going up by, like, times 3. 6,500, never mind, stopping that real quick. 14,000, wait, what are we doing? 23,000, I have questions. 34,000, what? 48,000, okay. 64,000, 85,000, 100,000, 120,000, 140,000, 165,000, 195,000, 225,000, 265,000, 305,000, and 355,000. Why does the number get so fucking big? Exponentially. Doesn't get big, even by POs. That's just me with numbers. That's why I don't like big numbers like that. Because I feel like, cool. How much XP does a CR level 15 enemy give you? Fucking, I don't know. What's there? An ancient red dragon. Yeah, ancient red dragon gives you 62,000 XP. That's a lot. Like, you had spaces for the follow. Like, the whole entire thing with me being like, wow. Why are the numbers so large between each other? I love how simple and easy some things make to level up nowadays. There's so much less tracking for stuff. Because, like, a number go up is fun and all, but big number going up to, the numbers are inflating. Like, there's a certain inflation to the numbers that I don't like. Oh, editions were even worse about it. Yeah. It's like Monster Power and Carver Vanguard. Yes, this guy has 22,000 power, but those last few zeros don't mean anything because the monster has no below 2,000 power. Yes, exactly. And I love Cardfight Vanguard, but the numbers are way too fucking big. Like, inflation got it. I'm not Twixie, no. It's a different goblin who's into that. It's just there's a lot that goes into it that I'm like, ugh. 10 experience points, you level up in Fabula Ultima. I went on another rant. I'm sorry, I do that a lot. But every time you gain a level, you get to adjust your character's identity or theme. We'll get into what those are exactly later on. They're it's not like mechanically tied to anything, but it's like your flavorful type shift of your character. You increase your max HP and MP by 1 point each every time you level, which does not affect your current HP and MP. And if you reach level 20 or 40, you can choose one of your attributes and increase its base die size by 1 step to a maximum of D12. So die size. We'll get over to how your character's die stuff is set up. But until then, you also increase level one of your character's classes by 1. Classes, plural. This game forces you to multi-class. But you can never have more than 10 levels in one class. And then once you reach level 10 in that class, you become a mastery in that class to get a heroic skill. And you can never have more than 3 non-mastered classes. There are 4 main attributes in Fabula Ultima. There's only 4 stats, and they affect pretty much everything in this game. There is might, willpower, dexterity, and insight. Might is your big, girthy, strength, constitution-y type style. Can I proceed to drop back to level 1 for what perks and rewards? Ooh. I wish. That'd be honestly awesome. Might is your chonk. Dexterity is your dip, dive, and dodge, and also pew pew magoo. Insight is nerdy shit, and willpower is how much it takes to not have a headache. This is how Overlord anime characters work. Yeah. Aside from that, it will drop you level 1 with slap. There are statuses that lower the die size of your stuff. So, like, if you have, like, a D10 in might, if you get hit with, I don't remember which one, poisoned, it will go down to a D8, which would affect a lot of your stats. So there's debuffs like that. And then we'll go on level. We'll talk about all the actual stuff when we get to the actual character creation stuff. Those are optional rules. Go over those tomorrow. All these skill stuff. But I want to go to the character creation. Press start. Character creation, like I said before earlier, is collaborative. You build your party together, obviously. And it's all stuff like that. You have to do everything together. You build the world together, you build your classes and party together, and do everything together. The game is entirely collaborative. Like, some people might not be into that, because like some people, play D&D to be like, to beer and pretzel style, like I got home from work, we're gonna go and kill these goblins and go home afterwards, that type of stuff. You have to be a little bit more invested in this game system, if not for like mechanical reasons, then just for like narrative stuff and like what you're all putting out and like taking out from the game and stuff like that. And also, I love how this game literally has like a section be like, before you start, talk about your commitment expectations, talk about your tones and themes, talk about like all the different like rules and stuff you want to do. Here's all the safety stuff you want to do. And then it goes on to world creation. Like I said earlier, the first thing you do, session 0, you get together, you shake hands, you're like, hey, I'm Dave. Hey, I'm Greg. Cool. Let's create a world. You get a world sheet and a map sheet, and you create the setting together as friends do. Yeah, don't fucking kill me or punch me, Iraq. What the fuck? But again, most things maybe also need to have those 8 pillars we talked about earlier, just in the setting itself. Nicholas ruins here. There's a main evil bad guy here. Here's a cool town, all that stuff like that. And like here it goes over like here's thoughts to put together when it comes to sorry, like our booty is begging to be punched. That's weird. But yeah, you just get together, you create a magical, fantastical, big ass world together. You create all the shit. Personally, I do not like beer and pretzel style. I feel like in that style, players don't respect time I put for the game and running the game off of personal content. That's the thing. It's a different style game for different people. My boss runs those sometimes with his players because they're just like, fuck it. Here's monsters, here's stuff like that. He puts 0 effort into it. They put 0 effort into it in return and just hang out, fight monsters, do very basic storytelling stuff, and then like pack up and smoke weed and leave. It's a very like it depends on the vibe of like you and your friends, stuff like that. Sometimes you're like, wow, we've all had rough weeks, stuff like that. We don't have the emotional like ability to put effort and time into this type of thing right now. Want to just go in and jump into like a monster manual in lore and just fight monsters in an arena for the enjoyment of ourselves and others? And you're like, yeah, sure, fuck it, let's go. Woo! Skeleton! Stuff like that. It's definitely like, it depends on your group and stuff like that. I've done stuff like that. That's why I'm excited for what's it called? I'm excited for Wheel of Monsters. It's like a game show, and it's Starfighter 2 like playtest thing where it's like a game show where I spin a wheel and you get monsters, now fight them. And I love that idea because it's really great for streaming stuff. It's really fast and easy. Thank you for the head pats, and it's just really cute. Easy to set up, easy to run, easy to have fun for people. That is entirely fair. It is very much a long-term relationship type of game. Which, to be fair, I am playing in 2 actual plays for it, which is just a long-term investment in general as a type of content and stuff for it. So, like, we've all signed up to go and hang out together forever playing this game. Ow! Rude. Low roll, you bitch. What do you mean? I don't like you anymore. You're banned. But yeah, there's an entire flowchart here of like how to get together for like a world. Like, here, choose a shape of the world. Is it round, flat? One of those guys. All that type of stuff. Map sheet. What's the world magic technology? Ow. Y'all are rolling really low, actually. Although, like, the text about the role of magic technology, I really want to make a setting that's based on, like, Arcanum of, like, what is it? Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura. That game was a very weird CRPG that's very interesting, and I wish I had more stuff like that out today. Hey, TTRPG friends, I have a drastic lack of games to play right now. I'm in too many. I have the curse of being in too many games to where I can get overwhelmed like an idiot. But I signed up for all of them, and I love them all. I'm not going to not play them. Thank you, Fizz Dragon EX, for the follow. Is there a couch updating for D4 kind of damage as well? There's not. That'd be interesting, actually. ACRG, we can bully the final boss to kill themselves with the game I can respect. I mean, hey. I love you, the master. All one was fire. But yeah, you do all that. What role of magic technology? Cool. Where's the major kingdoms and nations? Cool. Historical events, mysteries and enigmas, terrible threats, all that type of stuff. It's just a little thing that's be like, hey, here's how we make the world together. One time I played a character from another world where a world was round, but it was brought to a world where it was flat, making them round earther. That's kind of fucking funny. And there's also, of course, with any type of tabletop game, you can roll for the stuff you don't want to figure it out yourself, which is based fine. Because, like, a lot of people get weird with, like, oh, there's a roll table here. I'm like, yeah, I love it. Sometimes I can't be asked to figure it out. Fuck it. There's plants now that are, like, made out of magic and inside of people. And you're like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. You can get any offers, you can't commit to drop any names. There's a bunch of really, I will. I have a problem where I keep forgetting that don't want to turn people down from stuff. Yeah, just imagine if you're rolled with a disc. And then when it comes to character creation, you get the group creation. Like, what type of group are you guys? Are you like a group of paladin knights marching across the land for a holy war crusade like a bunch of monsters? Are you a group of adventurers exploring and charting the world that's unmapped and you want to create the first giant map of the world all on your own? That type of stuff. And then it goes more into the whole, like, hey, different themings and stuff like that. We went over the different, like, roll tables for the different, like, prologues and stuff like that. Dude, this game slaps so hard, dude. Fabula Ultima is amazing. We went over, like, all these different ones earlier. And then you get to character creation. Do I have a character sheet I can grab from? I think I do. Just turn the appendix into magic mana organ. Works every time. That's early Minecraft before the border was added. I forgot that Minecraft went on infinitely until your computer exploded. Or just got like really weird with the generation. The Farlands. Yeah, where they had the fucking weird walls of Skrunkle. Where is my character sheet? Is it you? Yes. All right. This is your character sheet. This thing can be kind of confusing and really fun to look at. Of course, as with every major tabletop game, start off name, pronouns here, identity, theme, and origin. These are all like your traits. You can go and fuck with these later. These are pretty much like, yeah, cool. My theme for like my identity for my one what's it called? My ex-bandit turned into holy warrior against her will and now freed from herself. Her identity is God, what the fuck was it? It was just on the tip of my tongue. What the fuck was it? Ah. It was like something wall. That is her whole steez. That is her identity. This is her part of the party. Here's what she does. Here's her whole thing in like 1 or 2 words. Which books do you say are necessary, recommended for a good campaign? Just Fabula Ultima. The core book itself has enough for everything you can need. The other books add stuff for like other types of settings and stuff like that, and other classes and stuff, but you don't need them. Yeah, one-armed bandit turned crusader, who then escaped from that. The reason why she has one arm is because of the crusaders. Thank you for that, Pat. Yeah, funny thing, they took her arm. It's like a whole thing. Very depressing. Just a good job. Did she get it back? Well, she left. So probably not. No, literally, that's why. Like, unironically, that is why. Like, they had to ensure that she was properly disarmed. Literally, that's why they did it. She was a bandit, like, queen lady. Like, queen as in, like, you know, she just led a bandit group. She called herself, like, a bandit queen. And they took her right arm from her. Like, literally ripped it out of the socket, that whole type of thing, because that was the arm she held her sword in. That was her killing arm. They're like, you can't do that anymore. So they ripped the arm off. And then they strapped a giant shield that like weighs more than her type of shit, like to her other arm, because she's a big lady. She's a very large lady. A big, muscular, strong lady. Ripped her arm right off. Yeah, her identity is tortured wall. That's what it was. And now she has like a giant like shield like permanently attached to her other arm. Yeah, it is a JRPG setting. She could get another arm, but like there's trauma involved. Like the Crusader people will still have her arm. It's like on a wall. As like a symbol of like, look at how far you've come. Yeah, no, she was getting like strapped like she just permanently has like a giant shield strapped to her arm. Like, have you ever like, you ever hear about like a botched surgery where like, ow? And then like, what's it called? Like, like you ever like had like you seen like a bot surgery where like something will like be left inside of a person and it will just your body will grow around it. That's kind of how the shield is with her. Like her flesh has grown around the straps that held the shield to her, and it's kind of gross and fucky. But like it's permanently a part of her. She can't take the shield off of her arm. And it's like a giant slab of like metal that's the size of her, and she's already like pushing 7 feet tall. And they also burnt their like divine holy symbol over her left eye, so she always has to have her like it's literally like what's it called, like branded the symbol over her eye, and so her eye is like she's blind. It's like a turbo tower shield, yeah. And so she's blind, so she always has to keep her guard up on that side where her shield is because she can't see anymore from that side of her body. And she was just literally thrown to the front lines of these crusaders to be like, yeah, you've killed a lot of people, you did a lot of bad things, and this is how you're gonna repent, by being a wall for like the good holy warriors. Yeah, bonds. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see your question. Bonds are like, yeah, you have a bond with your friend, and you can invoke this bond to do something cool. Like, this is a bond I have with an enemy who's a piece of shit, and my GM's gonna fucking evoke a thing for them because my bonded thing is here. And she switched it for a towel shield during bath time. Okay, guys like that, who needs evildoers? That's the whole thing. Like, they're literally called the Holy Kingdom. They're like a group of like holy knights. They're like, look how cool and awesome they are on the outside, but like on the inside, politics wise, it sucks. Like, it's a lot of backstabbing, a lot of horrible stuff. They do a lot of really bad stuff that's seen as like a really good thing. Like, look, they're helping this evil bandit lady repent for her sins, and she's just like a fucked up, tortured woman now. She just has like a shield like in her arm now. She has to sleep with that. She sleeps on that arm because like it's just a giant slab of meat and wall. What's her theme? Her theme is broken. Yeah, the money's called Zenit. So like my character's all fucked up for that campaign. She's a literal tortured soul, and she's getting better. Hello, I love this game, but Twitter earlier just on my post. We got like about a half hour left in the stream. We're going over character creation stuff right now, or just like the very basics of it. Like, look at the character sheet and everything. I love this game. I love it a lot. My one character's all fucked up. My other character's just chilling though. She's like a weird. She's a mutant as one of her classes, which just lets her shape change her body into like different stuff to fight people with. And she literally just embodies like the whole monster girl thing. She's like, fuck yeah, I love being a monster girl. I don't care. I died once, got isekai. Here I am again. I don't care. If I die again, fuck it. I might reincarnate a second time. Who cares? But my shield lady, she's a literal tortured soul. Yeah, no, the bond section right here, you're like, you can be like, David, admiration, because I love him. Or Jenkins, hatred, because he's a cuck. And stuff like that. Fabula points, you always have one at the very beginning of every session. We talked about what they do earlier. And then here you can see class and level. Class and level is interesting. At the beginning of every game, whenever you create a character, you have to start with at least 2 classes, no more than 3. What does admiration plus hatred look like? Like enemies to like. I like thinking it's like when you're like enemies to rivals type thing almost, where you're just like, I fucking hate Jimmy, but he pushes me to be a better as a better person because he's so cool himself. So like I also end up going up and above beyond because I'm inspired to do it out of spite and also being like, damn, kind of jelly. It's like enemy respect, yeah. I hate how fucking cool you are. Yes, exactly. I'll chase someone for being a cuck. I don't know. Maybe the person's like very like vanilla. But yeah, you can never be just one class. You always start off with 2 or 3 classes. Yeah, I was literally thinking Vegeta. I didn't want to say it, but I was literally thinking Vegeta, where it's like, Vegeta, how could you kill all those people with Namekians? And he's like, I'm an evil monster. Yeah. And then he sees Bulma and he's like, I'm gonna go home and be a family man. That Bulmusi got me acting up. And then he becomes a regular, cool, fun time friend. I love that type of shit. Who's they? Yeah, no, yeah. That fits perfectly. It looks like the one with fat ass. Yeah, I mean, Sam. Thank you, Luna Baroness, for the tier 1 sub. I gotta change that font color. Yeah, you choose all your classes, and classes. I don't really like to call them classes in Fabula Ultima because your own character ends up being like a custom mix mash into its own class itself. Like you're taking like bits and pieces of these different class chassis things and slapping them into your own base class thingy you're making yourself. So like each class will give you like a little different type of small bonus type thingy. They're like skill trees, yeah. Yeah, like skill packets type of stuff. And then after you pick your classes, you can choose what type of die size. Like we said before, your different stats are dependent by the die size. There are 3 different what's it called? There's 3 different like presets of the dies you can put out, ranging from a D6 to D10 starting off, with D12 being the maximum. You can upgrade that later. But dexterity, insight, might, and willpower went over earlier. And then with all those together, you figured out you calculate your hit points, mind points, inventory points. Inventory points are interesting. Defense, magic defense, and initiative modifier. Inventory points, I should talk about probably a little bit. Inventory points, you don't like have money for consumables usually. You can spend a number of inventory points. Just kind of fucking pull out whatever you want out of your backpack whenever you need it. So like, you're like, shit, we're dying in the thingy. Fuck it. I'm gonna spend 1 inventory point to pull out a potion, drink that drink. And you're like, cool. And you can replenish your inventory points when you go to like a town and something like that and spend like a small amount of zenith, which is the currency of Fabula Ultima. And then lastly, of course, you name your shit. Yeah, I would say for PF2 comparison, it's what's that one rogue feat? Damn it. But yeah, no, so you pull out a consumable out of your backpack out of nowhere. You're like, I have this now, and you're like, oh, he's always had this in his backpack, always. And yeah, there's a lot of classes that expand on inventory points. I think the merchant class itself, and like there's the not the Pathfinder. What is the one? It's like an exploration-y one that's just replenish your inventory points out in the wild and do stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I really like how the system works. Yeah, it's the extra-dimensional titty pocket. I love when it talks about your identity and like, hey, what's your character's identity? It's a short sentence that quickly summarizes how they currently see themselves. Not what they are in general, but like how they see themselves, how like work within themselves. Like, I'm a royal knight, or I'm a battle priestess of the old faith, or a one-eyed samurai. Prescient planner, thank you. And with your identity, you can be like, hey, GM, I'm going to invoke my identity and to give you a little bonus to something. But as you level up, every time you level up, you can change what your identity is. Like, depending on like what you've done in the story, you could be like, man, I went from being like a tortured wall to being a nice lady. Which is like, yeah, character growth. But also I can invoke my identity in a different way now. And there's another, of course, there's more tables to go and figure out what you want your identity to be if you can't figure out yourself. And I love it. Like Monster Hunter, Gambler, Ronin, Black Knight, Smuggler, Ninja, Princess, stuff like that. And then there's adjectives and then little details of it. And I love that type of stuff. And you have your primary theme, stuff like vengeance, belonging, guilt. This is your theme of like what you like. What's your like ambition type stuff, or like what's it called? Like, what will be the dominant focus of a story built just around your character? Like kind of like your motivation, yes. Like vengeance, anger, belonging. My wall lady is broken. That is her theme. It's like a mixture of guilt and like hope. Because she was like, yeah, because like she started to like back when she was like all fucked up by the Holy Kingdom. She drank a Kool-Aid. She was all about. She was into it. Like, yeah, no, this is good for me. I'm repenting. This is great that this has happened to me. This horrible, awful thing happened to me for a good cause. I'm a way better person now. I'm the good guy now. You see, as she's helping burn down the orphanage for the Holy Kingdom because they opposed the Holy Kingdom. And then she eventually snapped out of it, obviously, and escaped. But like for a period of time, that was her whole thing. And that's why she's like, man, I have double guilt. Vegeta, identity, Prince of the Saiyans, theme, pride. Yeah, like that. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. Oh yeah, my character is vengeance. She seeks to destroy every kaiju to bring the world back to what it was. Eat the kaijus. Eat more. Also, again, with the cute chibi art, I'll never not get over this art. And then your origin is just a place on the map. You're like, hey, I'm from the Holy Order. Yeah, it's me. What's good? Drink the heavy water? Not as much. I drank a lot of it. I drank 500 liters so far out of the big water. That's not counting the small water I drank earlier. It is a really good tool to fall back on later, yes. And then, like I said, you start with 2 to 3 classes. The classes in the main core book are the Arcanist, Chimerist, Darkblade, Elementalist, Entropist, Fury, Guardian, Lore Master, Orator, Rogue, Sharpshooter, Spiritist, Tinkerer, Wayfarer, and Weapon Master. Arcanist is a summoner type thing. If you're like, you can summon like avatars of ancient godlike entities, stuff like that. Like you're the summonery guy. Leech of the Bronze, one of my moderators, is also going to be a part of our Sunday games. He is mainly an Arcanist. He summons a hot fire lady. Chimerist is the blue mage from Final Fantasy. If you ever played the blue mage, you learn spells and creatures, like abilities from Monstars and stuff. Darkblade lets you use dark magic and like use your own blood to make yourself cool and awesome. And the Darkblade art is kind of fucking hot. Yeah, the blue mage. That's entirely what the Chimerist is like. Elementalist. You make boom magic. You got the fire magic, got the wet magic, got the zappy magic. I wouldn't say it's the someone exactly, because you merge with your guy, like you merge with it, and you can like make them leave. So it's like you become one with them, I believe. The avatar, kind of. You're just like a druid spellcaster type thing. Entropist is dark energy, the cosmos, like gravity type stuff, time type stuff. Shaman King type shit. Yes, there it is. That's more like a Shaman King type beat. Fury, barbarian type thing. You're like, I'm angry now, and you provoke enemies and do all that type of shit. Guardian, you're the meat wall. You're the tanky bitch. And her name is Desdemona. She's from Fallout. Lore Master, you're a huge fucking nerd. I don't know what to tell you there. Orator is very much like, what's it called? Like a bard type deal. You can just use like too cool, like, I'm inspiring my friends. Oh, and then do influencing like stuff. Rogue is, of course, stabby steely. Sharpshooter, gun / bow type shit. Yes, there's guns, by the way. You can take them out if you don't want your have any in your settings, but there are guns. Spiritist, it's a cleric-y type deal. Supportive magics, light spells. Tinkerer is like, yeah, you can craft inventions and you fuck with inventory points a lot. Wayfarer, that's the one. Wayfarer is like ranger type stuff. You can get a cool loyal dog. You can go and explore easier, replenish your inventory points in the wild. You can track stuff down easier type of stuff. I love that like the Fury's master skill is literally monkey grip, because that's like taken right from like 3.5 D&D / Pathfinder 1E. And then Weapon Master, you're the fighter. And like I said it before, these are all like class. They're like they're less classes, more what's it called? More skill packages, like so skill trees you can grab. You lied to me. I like Avril Lavigne Fallbright better though. Yeah, every single class has free benefits, usually. Like, as you can see here, Darkblade lets you equip martial melee weapons and armors. The Sharpshooter lets you have martial ranged weapons and shields. Weapon Master lets you have martial melee weapons and shields, stuff like that. And then at least 5 skills. I'm getting to the art. I gotta scroll slightly more. I'm trying to talk about the classes. Goddamn. Yeah, each class has skills associated with it. These skills have a little star next to them. Some skills can only be taken once. Other ones can be taken multiple times and increase the effectiveness based on the skill level, or SL. You'll see in a bracket. I think they talk about right here, yes. Sometimes you'll see like parentheses, star thingy 5. That means you can take it 5 times. And if a skill mentions the skill level, that means the skill level affects the thing directly. And the entire point of the game is to mix and mash these classes, these little like levels of these classes, little packets of skills together to make your own interesting, unique class out of them. So my big shield lady, like I was talking about, she has 3 levels of Guardian for like a meat wall abilities, big tanky, big shieldy, big whappy. She also has Fury for the provoke, the taunt to get people to go to her type thing. And then lastly, the weapon boy. Because there's a lot of good skills, like there's counterattack, attack of opportunity type stuff in there. There's Bone Crush, which makes a debuff on attack rolls and stuff like that. That's her whole thing so far. Whereas my other class character I have, yeah. That's my Guardian technically has the dual shield thingy, but like but we rolled it since it's just one big shield. It works anyways because it's just a giant tower shield. Because she only has one arm because the other one got lost mysteriously. And there is an entire section of the book talking about classic characters. If you want to go and make something directly out of like Final Fantasy and stuff like that, it'll show you like what classes to pick for that. And I really like. You guys don't use the main book? No, we're not. We're using all of the books. I just wanted to go for like that's just like the basic setup of my class so far. Because Guardian, my character's entire thing is just I'm a wall of meat for my friends. But my other character is mainly mutant with some Dark Blade and some Fury thrown in. But it's mainly mutant so far. Techno Fantasy is awesome. I love mutant. I love the pirate. The Esper's cool. I love all the different fucking items and shit. I love that one. But yeah, these are the attributes. Like I said beforehand, it's based on dice. It's based on Ryutama. If you ever played that game before, it's another type of anime ass type of game. Dexterity measures precision, coordination, finesse, and reflexes. So depending if you can like dodge out the way of damage or anything like that. Insight is observation, understanding, and reasoning. That's like your insight, wisdom type stuff from other types of games. Thank you so much, Gladrius Roderick, for the follow. Might is your beef, how strong, how fortitudinish. And then willpower is your charisma, your ability to influence people, your determination, like the strength of your will. Give the head pat. And when you start the game, you can pick from 3 different base attribute sets. Jack of all trades, you start with a D8 and everything. You are a master of nothing. But you are not bad at anything. You're just straight up, everything's a D8. Average is 1d10, 2d8, 1d6. So you have 1 strong suit, 2 middling things, and 1 bad one. You probably guess what I always pick from my characters. The specialized. You got 2 d10s and 2 d6s. I'm really good at 2 things, shit at 2 other things. And I love that. That's how I like to play games. That's my thing. I want to be really good. I want to be specialized towards being wall of meat. My character, the big shield lady, she has a d10 in might for strong and determining against her stuff. And she has a d10 in insight, which is how you determine magic defense. She has like a lot of defense, a lot of magic defense, a lot of HP. That is all she does. She has no willpower, no dexterity. The willpower I decided to have no willpower because she's mentally broken down by the horrible stuff that's happened to her as well. And dexterity because she's literally forced into this giant armor with this giant shield she cannot ever get off of herself. So she's slow, she's chonky. I'm playing a Tanuki PF3 game that's about to start, and I decided to leave my wisdom at 8 because it's fun. Yeah, no, Phoebe Bane, the goblin that I am, I kept her at 8 wisdom for the entire everything, all the way to level 20, because that's goblins. You know, goblins have low wisdom. I want to keep it that way. It's really funny, in my opinion. But yeah, no, I always pick specialized. Most people pick average from what I've seen, but like specialized is really fun. And then your maximum HP is 5 times your character's base might die skies. So it's your level plus that. So currently, my shield lady has 70 HP because she also gets HP from 2 of her classes, or is it 3 of her classes? One thing. Oh no, a wisdom goblin, so easily deceived. Yes, you can hide from me very easily. I will not find you. But I also have very high stealth, so you will not find me either. Oh yeah, definitely. I always play up to my no wisdom. Like Phoebe has high charisma, high intelligence, high dexterity, high strength, middling con, no wisdom. She got that little dumby in there. She got book smarts, no street smarts. I just love that type of skiff. But yeah, no, like your basic stuff, the insight, your mind, your willpower is your mind points with your MP. I don't do that. Mind points is dumb. I don't care about that. I don't need MP. I've got a shield. It is poor impulse control. At least this comes with the ability to twist reality with limbs. That's fair. Phoebe just has 8 wisdom because she's lazy and weird and just goblin strunkliness. Think you're that bad. I care about mind points. I don't. I have a shield. I go bonk, bonk, bonk. And then inventory points, you have 6. Some classes like the Inventor give you extra ones. I think the Merchant gives you extra ones too. And then you have all your defenses. Your defense is equal to your current dexterity die size, plus whatever your armor gives you. Thank you so much, Hollow Whirlwind, for the follow. Magic defense is equal to your current insight die size. And then also influenced by other stuff. Yeah, all classes either give you MP, HP, or IP. Some give you either or. Like the Necromancer gives you either MP or HP, depending on what you want. Oh yeah, Wayfarer also is an IP class, that's right. And then you start with $500 to spend on whatever equipment you want, and then if you have anything left over, you add to your basic savings with a 2d6 times 10 extra dollars. So my big lady, my big shield lady, she starts off with just armor, just bronze plate armor, and 2 runic shields. She has no weapons because she doesn't need any weapons because her one skill from a guardian lets her use her shield as a weapon. So she's just literally a lot of iron, wall of meat, and metal. That's her whole thing. I love her. And like I said beforehand, I love every single piece of art for all of the, what's it called? All of the little, like, equipment and stuff like that. It's pixel art. You love Final Fantasy, don't you? Because I do. It's just really fun and cute. I'm totally not addicted to Final Fantasy 14, lol. Yeah, no, like, this book is cute. It has, like, every type of art style. You're about to see. We'll get to the classes real quick. Look at these bitches. Look at this art. Also, has a big-ass fucking thing of, like, character names you can go ahead and grab from. I'm in the FU authors Telegram group. They're keep shooting those crazy ideas. Oh, really? Hyper combat. That's just Final Fantasy Tactics. What the fuck? Yeah, it is. And then it talks about the classic characters. If you have a hard time building your own character with all the different classes stuff available to you, it'll just show you some things right here. You want to be a Black Knight? Cool. 2 levels of Darkblade, 1 level of Entropist, 2 levels of Weapon Master. You want to be a Gambler? 2 levels of Entropist for Luck Magic. There's like entropic gambling magic that fucks with luck. There's rogue stuff for the dodging and high speeds, and then you can go for Weapon Master. Like they took Weapon Mastery so you can use shurikens as throwing cards and stuff like that. You want to be a monster mage? You want to be a blue mage from Final Fantasy V? Go and be Chimeras through 3 levels to get the spell Mimic, so you can go ahead and mimic monster abilities. Wayfarer to get yourself a dog, and then Weapon Master for Breach, which lets you bust through stuff. Stuff like that. Pugilist, 3 levels of Fury to punch stuff. 2 levels of Weapon Master to crush bones and counter attack if someone misses you. It shows you different stuff, like all this stuff, and every single book that has new classes, and it also adds new class character archetype stuff. So like you want to be the mutant stuff like that. Here's the weird fucked up bitch. Like I love mutant. I love gourmet, and also the merchant class. I love the commander lady. All the type of stuff is really fun. Or I'm gonna show you the art before I get to the classes, because like, look at this fucking shit. Arcanist, this is the summoner type class. As you can probably tell by the giant ghost behind her. It even has, if you go and look at it real quick, Has the little horn thing that all Final Fantasy summoners have. On the little head thingy. I love that touch. It has the little horn. It's the summoner's horn. I love it so much. Like, you can tell this is made out of love and friendship. Yes. A big part of the game is character customization and mixing different base class thingies together to make your own, like, full class that you want to make. Ow! So, like, these are classes technically, but they're more like skill trees / skill packets you mush together to make your own individual class based on what you want it to be. So you can mix and match whatever you want to make your own unique, fun time character. A big part of the Arcanists, of course, is summoning stuff. Their entire thing is binding an Arcana, which is one of these ghosty thingies, to your soul. You can spend in 40 whole MP to summon an Arcanum, and then chunk it into yourself. There's different Arcanums right here. They talk about merging with them. Whenever you summon them, you gain its merge benefits, and the last you dismiss it, which gives a different effect off of that. They dismiss effects, something like that, but like there's stuff like Arcanum of the Forge, Frost, Gate, Grimoire. I want to get the wheel on my big tanky lady because it gives you a bonus to defense and it makes you immune to slow. Chimerist. These are like the druidy blue mage as characters. You can go ahead and talk to dogs. You can go ahead and mimic spell is really fun. It lets you just take spells and abilities from creatures you see, like the blue mage, and just be like, yeah, cool. I can make a dog now. Hi, Phoebe. I'm going to be starting as a player in Fabula Ultima campaign soon. I'm going to play a pilot with an exoskeleton frame, dual shields from Guardian, and provoke Fury. I shall be a tank traveling the maple from Bofuri. I love that. I love all the different stuff you can do. I like how the pilot can not just be like techno stuff. You can also be like, I'm a horse pilot. It works the same mechanically, but like it's just called a pilot. Also, here's Darkblade Lady. Let's fucking go. I love Darkblade Lady so much. Today you shall know the full extent of my suffering. Also, yeah, every single class has a little blurb right here. I love them all. The fucking Darkblade's all about Hurdy. You do a lot of dark things. Like with dark magic, you have dark blood. As long as you're in crisis, which is half your HP, you have resistance to dark damage and poison damage. Or agony. As you deal damage to one or more creatures, if you have a bond towards at least one of those creatures, you can recover HP and mind points depending on what levels of skill you have in that skill. Or, as everyone always grabs, Shadow Strike. You learn to channel your vital force into your attacks. You can go and hurt yourself, and then go and add that damage to your attack after you hurt yourself with it. But the damage is dark damage. Elementalist. This is the fuck you explosion fire spell type deal. Hey, Royal Night Dragon, what's up? Yeah, this one gives you elemental magic. Lets you give Cataclysm stuff to go and make you increase the spell's total by certain MP stuff, but deal extra damage. There's a lot of awesome stuff. Spellblade stuff is in here too. Elemental spells are like Flare, which is your fire, like pew pew. Glacius, which is ice stuff, pew pew. Fulgur, electricity, pew pew. And you just do damage. You're the Hurdy spellcaster. What are we doing? Is it awesome? It looks awesome? It should be it better be awesome. Yeah, it's one of my favorite tabletop games right now. Fabula Ultima. It's based on a lot of Final Fantasy type stuff, and we're going over the classes. Basic classes in Fabula Ultima are like little skill sets you can go ahead and grab to mix together with other classes. Go make your own full actual class you've made yourself and customize it together and stuff like that. It's really fun. Oh shit, it's past 8 o'clock. I just realized I was too autistically hyperfixated on stuff. I might have to go and I'll have to speed this up. Oh no. Entropist. Chaos Mage. Gamblers. They have luck magic. They have entropic magic, which can fuck with like time and space, stuff like that. Like anomaly, dark weapon, dispel, divination, drain vigor. Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Fury, which is cute and also hot. This is the barbarian, like berserker, Viking, pugilist. I punch you in the head. I don't know if they do or not. I haven't really looked in depth of the spell casting just yet because I'm not much of a spell caster. I like to hit things in the head. I'll hail provoke the ultimate tanking skill. I had to go and take provoke on my big shield lady. You have to. It's such a good skill. This one's all about, you go in frenzy. It's the barbarian type stuff. As long as you're in crisis, which is half your health or less, you deal extra damage. No matter what, it's just extra damage in general. Provoke lets you taunt people to hurt you. Indomitable Spirit lets you just recover HP or mind points to spend when you spend like a Fabula point. Frenzy lets you do more damage and have better accuracy with things like brawling and stuff like that. Guardian, beef, big ram man. What's something about Fabula Ultima, ironically, is not even the classes. It's the main gimmick is the campaign setting. Plot and NPCs are not railroaded, but every time someone pulls everything they want, as long as it doesn't contradict anything. Found an HS World of the Dead language. Master, can I create your librarian NPC who studies the culture? And I want to visit with a side quest. Yeah, no, I love that. Just a creative, like, just fun time. Everyone controls the narrative. Everyone can do all the stuff like that. I love it the most. Big man, got the ram. You can guess what this does. Dual shield bearer fucks. Dual shield bearer is stupidly good. It lets you just wield 2 shields instead of weapons, and they deal might plus might accuracy for high roll plus 5 damage, which is a lot. It's very strong. And lets you be super tanky because you have 2 shields. Defensive Mastery lets you reduce damage you take. Bodyguard lets you guard people with yourself. Protect lets you protect people. Lets you run up and just fucking take them. Fortress gives you more HP. It's the big tank thing. Here's a huge fucking nerd. You never guess what Lore Master does. Lets you be a huge fucking nerd. I love them. It's just doing classes right now with the races and stuff because I want to go wild mashing the two together. There are a big part of the game is that there is no ancestries, no races, anything like that. It's all about the classes. You can be whatever you want to be. The game has no qualms about what you could be like a small child magical girl. You could be a literal dog. You could be an old man kung fu guy with 1 arm. You can do whatever you want. You want to be a halfling, you want to be an orc, you want to be an ogre, doesn't matter. What matters is the class. And I guess this guy does. Flash of insight, focus, knowledge is power, all that stuff like that. Let's just study people in middle combat and learn a bunch of shit. I'm sorry I'm speaking through these so fast right now. I want to go even more depth. I'll go in depth with him tomorrow on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I have a Pathfinder game I got to attend to in about 5 minutes ago. Orator is, of course, the entertainer, the bard, the support. Encourage, persuasive, unexpected ally. You can fuck with enemies. She can dance. There's also a dancer class in the High Fantasy Atlas book. There's an entire class about dancing. It's really cool. Rogue. It's the rogue. Cheap shot, dodges. See you later, soul steal. Do we have a class about piloting tanks? Yes. The Techno Fantasy Atlas has the pilot class. Lets you pilot like a specific set of different things. Yes. Yeah, I know. I love the fucking little mechanical leg she has. Where's the merchant class I mentioned? It is in the Natural Fantasy Atlas. The book itself is not currently out yet. It's pre-orderable in the Italian language because it's beta Italian first, then translated to English like a couple months later. But you can find the playtest out on the Patreon of Fabula Ultima's creator. It is so fucking good. Also, thank you, Glitter Nuke, for the follow. Woo, thought you mentioned, yeah, ow! I'm coming, Lucy, we're almost done. I'm sorry. Nope, the play order was removed because the pre-order is out. Listen. Ow. Ow, stop it. I'm coming. Sharpshooter, you shoot the gun. Crossfire, Hawkeye, Barrage, you can shoot multiple things. Spiritist, you're the cleric. You got healing powers, spiritual magics that are supporting and buffing stuff. I love all these stuff. Got Mercy, Heal, and Rage. Tinkerer, you make the shit. I do the PDF, the playtest, need anybody. Yeah, the play. I saw the PDF somewhere. It's like you just pull out items and stuff like that. Make gadgets and stuff like that. I love all the different, like, there's an entire thing for the alchemy, for like just making infusions, making magitech. There's an entire thing for it. I really want to play Fabula Ultima too. I'm in 2 actual plays now. There's Wayfarer. These are the ranger type stuff. You get a cool dog. What do you mean, fuck you? I'm sorry that people love me. Let you have more inventory points. Let you find and track stuff easier. Natural Fantasy is already on Italian, by the way. I know, I don't speak Italian. And Webmaster is the fighter. Blade Storm is really cool. You just do a bunch of multi-attacks and stuff. Bone Crusher lets you, instead of doing damage, make you do a debuff to enemies. Counterattack, if an enemy misses you, you can just counterattack them. Stuff like that. In one of our prologues. This is everything I can talk about right now. You know, right? You look a wholesome bean. But this is everything I can talk about right now. You can join me. Ow! That was almost minimum damage. Ow! That was almost maximum damage. It is time for me to go ahead and... Ow! Stop it! I have to go and raid into my homies, my friends. You have to become an Italian gobbo. I can't speak anything more than English. Yes, no, I gotta go and raid into my friend, Ludessa, because we're playing Pathfinder today. I can barely speak English, don't be mean to me. Okay, we're playing Pathfinder 2. We're playing Abomination Vaults, where I play a Cola, which is what the Gnolls used to be, is what the Gnolls are called now. Kineticist. I shoot fire at all my enemies because they're mean to my lesbian friends. So join me again on Saturday, which is tomorrow, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another fun time Fabula Ultimate Adventure. I'm going to explain even more in depth about the classes and stuff like that. I'll be able to stream even longer. This is only a short 2-hour stream because I have to go play Pathfinder afterwards, but I'm glad you all stopped by. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!